3, 2, 1. Okay, it's April 25th, 2020. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I came out here to work on the Jeep and look at what we have. Look at this over here. I know, a bunch of Jeep parts. But look closer. Bees, lots of bees. Looks like they can get in on the upper left-hand side. I've seen several go in there. And the bottom right-hand side over here. Looks like they're really trying to get in right there at the bottom. I got the beehive, the supers, from a customer maybe 3 weeks ago. Brought them home, put them on a couple of cinder blocks by our trash cans, thinking that I would get some bees maybe next spring. And also in the back of my mind I thought maybe some bees will come and see what is in there. So there you go. We got something going. Pretty exciting, really interesting. Today we are joined by two local bee experts, Steve and Greg, who have offered to come out and help me with the newly acquired beehive. We have 3 supers, they're 10 frame each, and we have bees. So with the help of these two fine gentlemen, we'll see what kind of condition the beehive is in, the health of the bees, where's the queen, do we indeed have a queen, and any pest problems, wax moth issues, that sort of thing. So please stay tuned. We'll show you what the guys come up with.
I'm gonna light what's in there just by putting a little fire to it, and I'm gonna get it going real good. So don't burn your eyelashes off or anything. And then just like to let it burn and get a little heat going. That heat stay down in the bottom, and because there's a lot of contact with all the fuel in there, it'll not go out, it'll keep going. Just like ringing the doorbell, I'm just gonna give them a little warning. They'll know that we're gonna come in and check them out. So set this off to the side, and I'll pop this top here. Looks like it's glued on already a little bit, which is a good sign. It means there's a little bit of activity in there. They're doing some work. Pop that loose. And I'll take this off, and I'm gonna crack the top. Sorry, I think it got right in your way there, but I'm gonna crack the top and give them a good breath of smoke. Just see what's up. Now I don't hear a big old buzz of bees in there, so we'll take a look and see what we got going on in here. Of course, we kind of don't know what we're gonna see or what to expect, but let's take a look.
There's that smell that I noticed when I first got it. It doesn't smell that good. It isn't like the sweet smell of honey.
Right.
Is that a pretty normal smell?
Yeah. Yeah, it just smells kind of like bees. It looks like this
earthy,
thing was,
huh?
Yeah, like it was left to just do. They were just left to do their thing for a little while here. You can't get that off of there without tearing it to pieces. Because you can see how there's a little frame rest in there, a little rabbit cut out, and this is over the top of those frames, so there's no way that we would have gotten these frames out of there. So I got this one loose, and then I'm going to try to get it loosened up on this side too.
Wow. Yeah, try it, huh?
It's a little funny tasting. It's supposed to be real good for you. You've seen them selling bee propolis at probably at either natural grocery store or I caused them
down there too.
Yeah, I caused them to do this. Caused them to want to eat some honey. This is like one of their larvae right here. And those little specks are their poo. So, feces. they'll, as you can see, they'll wreck some comb real quick. But see how it's all loose? The bees have already been working on it. They've made it this easy for me to remove. This is probably just, you know, leaking because I've torn it a little bit, like pulling it out. Everything's been like put together for so long, so it's probably just leaking because of that. But there might be some fresh nectar in there. I don't really see any. I don't think these guys are too busy collecting nectar. It's kind of like you don't go to the grocery store when your fridge is full. There's way more honey than a colony this size is going to need to winter over.
What's going on here? Is this where the brood's going to be?
Should be some brood in here.
Okay.
If she's laying, then we'll see it in here. First thing I'm going to do is smoke them down in a little bit. Capped brood. And capped brood means that there's babies coming. And this, see how it's brown? The brown capped brood is getting pretty close to hatching. See this right here? This is brand new nectar. See how it's kind of shiny? Lots of goodness in here. There's some drones. There's brood. There's capped brood. Different levels of brood, you know. There's a super young baby bee. See this one right here? Look, looks like she got rolled in powder or something, right?
Yes.
So that's a fresh hatch right there. See how furry she is around the face?
Mm-hmm.
Probably couldn't get that bee to sting you if you wanted to. She's brand new. There's another one right there. Might have just come out of the cell.
Today, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, this is a good scenario here because we've got eggs going back in to the openings within this brood. See, I got bees on my hands. No big deal. As long as I don't squash them. So this opening, all this area in here, has probably already hatched out just in front of this stuff. And then she's already poked eggs in there. So that's like, it's already been a brood cycle. 21 days. So they came in here and mama started poking eggs in holes like day one. That makes me think that this might be a swarm rather than somebody's packaged bees that got away from them. Queen's right there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's the heartbeat of the hive right there, buddy. I can see that she's in there. Now I'm just going to slide this little door with my thumb. Slide it down. Make sure that I don't pinch anybody and squash them. Let them get out of the way. And shut that door. And now she can't get out of there. The workers can get out of there. They're small enough to get through there, but the queen can't because she's got too big of a hind end. I want to put that queen right back on that side where I got her. I'm going to come up, and that worker's going to, see, they just pop right out of there. They're like, I don't want to be in here. I'm trapped. I don't feel happy about it. And then there's a little piece of foam rubber up in there. And I'm just going to wait until she kind of gets in between the slats in the door, like that. I'm going to put a little squeeze to her. Now she's pinned down, and it just so happens that I have one of these paint pens in my pocket. And I'm just, see, she's worried about mama. Trying to help her. I'm just going to put a little dot on her.
Okay. Right on the back of the head, huh?
Right on the back of her, right between her shoulder blades.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to get the stress off of her and just pop her back down. Okay, she's going to want to try to get out of there. I'm going to blow those bees off of there. I'm going to give a little bit of airflow in there so that paint dries. If I put her back in the hive before the paint dries, all those ladies are going to start trying to clean all that paint off of her, right. And you'll never be able to find her again. Next time you get in here and you go to look for a queen, man, you'll have a queen with some red paint on her back, and she'll be easy to spot. And then when this hive's busting at the seams and there's all kinds of bees in there and you're going through it, you won't have to just search and search and search. Baby bees that are hatching out right now that we see that are, might have hatched out a couple days ago or even today, that means that this thing is about to double in size. And then in 3 weeks, whatever this double that just happened to you is going to be double again.
Goes up exponentially, huh?
Right.
Oh,
3 weeks again, it'll happen again.
Three and a half frames of bees. Okay.
Yep.
And it'll double
you get in here,
3 weeks, you said?
You get in here in 3 weeks and you'll have 8 frames.
Okay.
And then what I would do right now, Brian, is I probably wouldn't put that honey super back on. I'd clean it up, do what you want to with it, there's a bunch of honey in here, they're going to start moving stuff around. If they want room for her to lay, they're going to take honey out of cells and move it somewhere else, and then she's going to lay into it. One-handed queen catcher is what that's called. eBay special, like $4. And I'll let a little bit of light on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this upside down for a minute, because she wants to go up to the top so as not to squash her.
Right.
And then she smells her ladies, so maybe if I hold her right here, there we go. I'm just gonna move
keep
real
her away
slow.
from the door.
Yeah,
huh?
I don't wanna roll her up in the door or anything. Like there she goes.
There we go.
And now I'm just gonna. There she's crawling on me. There she is with her pretty new shirt on.
That's cool.
And look, see how they all greet her, and they're like, "Hey, there's my mama. What's up? How you been?" They're all greeting her and tending to her, and she's a little bit fired up because we had her caged up. So what I really want to do is I really want to make sure that when I put this thing back in there that I know exactly where she's at.
That's comb, huh?
Yeah, that's comb right there.
Okay. How come it's so dark?
It's old.
Oh, okay.
The brand new stuff, next time you get in here, you might have some white wax. You open up a hive and you see white wax, that makes the beekeeper's heart go pitter-patter right there. Because that means,
sign, huh?
yeah, that means they're building brand new stuff, and the only ones that build that brand new stuff in any kind of with any kind of speed and efficiency is the brand new babies.